It is thought he'll be fingerprinted and have a mugshot taken, just like anyone else being booked into that facility. All right, we've got some breaking news tonight. Temple Police and SWAT are engaged in an active standoff right now. There was about 2.5 months of standing water in this area.
There's no way you can win.
So there you have it, the former president speaking here at Waco Regional Airport, talking about COVID-19. Just the progress that we've seen here in West in the past 10 years, it's remarkable.
It is.
JT, my photographer, he's doing a good job of backpedaling. That's what we call that. These aren't cheap. Taxpayer money is in play here. How can you be 100% sure these sessions will turn out differently?
So you do make a very important point.
Window that was just boarded up here, and folks say they cannot believe that there is still so much of this hail in the area. If you enjoy a glass of wine every now and again, you might be doing your body good. See, I knew there was science behind this. Let's talk about the gubernatorial contest. You saw this happening pretty early.
Yes.
Maybe it goes to future research. Maybe we will be eating it one day.
Okay. We're going to try
Maybe
to bring
you
that.
will be.
All right, we begin with weather tonight.
That's right, Chief Meteorologist Matt Hines is here. Matt, you're actually tracking some thunderstorms here.
We are.
It's been very hard to see, to hear. There was audio, and it's just, there's relief today as to know that Cecily will finally be held accountable for her actions, although she wasn't entirely at fault.
The day the Vanessa Guillen family has been waiting for. A judge ruling Cecily Aguilar will serve 30 years behind bars. Her mother saying, quote, "I talked to Cecily and told her God forgives you."
Gloria Guillen says that she appealed to Cecily.
According to recent reports from the Department of Defense, more women are enrolled in the military than ever before, more than 400,000 serving active duty and reserve right now. But reporting from Stars and Stripes says Army recruitment has dropped about 30% since the beginning of the pandemic, with female enlistments down about 31%.
Since Vanessa's murder, there has been a big push for the Army to adopt new policies.
That's so nothing like this ever happens again to any man or woman serving in the U.S. military. 25 News reporter Adam Schindler is also live tonight downtown. Adam, let's take a look at what has really changed here. One man is dead after a two-vehicle crash south of Coppers Cove over the weekend. It happened about noon on Saturday on FM 116. DPS says that a car crossed over the center line and crashed head-on into a truck. The driver of the car, ID'd as Bernard Uller of Lampasas, died in that scene. Killeen police are reminding drivers to be careful in school zones and crosswalks. Yellow and red flashing lights are the signals to watch out for starting this week. For school buses, all vehicles traveling the same direction as the bus must do a complete stop. If traveling in the opposite direction, you can proceed, but only if children aren't crossing the street.
As the school zones pick up, you'll see a large number of children both walking to school and bicycling to school. Sharing the roadway becomes very, very important. And being conscious of the foot traffic of children that could suddenly step out in the roadway for an object that a driver doesn't see. So you really do need to be aware and conscious of those reduced speed limits in those zones.
It is back to school, so remember, put down your cell phone if you're in a school zone. Stop at any flashing red lights. Most of all, just stay alert. Big congrats and shout out to one of our favorite local nonprofits in Central Texas. Shepherd's Heart Food Pantry was recognized at the Capitol on Friday. The food bank rightfully getting some recognition for all the good work they do here, serving tens of thousands each and every year through events like the Toy Drive. More recently, we partnered with them as part of the Feed the Need to boost local food donations. Again, a big congrats to Bob and the entire gang.
Coming up with tracking the latest on the Maui wildfires as the search continues.
And a lawsuit that's being filed over them. We have details next.
He joins us live here in Waco. Todd, what are you seeing out there?
Naya, here's the good news. We are at Bagby and Highway 6, and to be quite frank, not a lot of drivers out on the road. A lot of people listening to Matt, listening to Caleb, and of course listening to authorities, Waco Police and DPS urging people to stay off the roadways all day long. And as Matt mentioned, this ice is really these roads are going to start to freeze over again in the next few hours. Anywhere that might be slush now, it's not going to be slush around 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. So it's really important that people stay home during the overnight hours and in the morning tomorrow. 25 News reporter Alicia Nespreto, she's been tracking the road conditions in McLennan County all day long. She joins us now live with the latest on what she's seeing. Alicia? Alicia, thank you. Well, conditions not great here in McLennan County, and down to the south in Bell County, the roads are also pretty treacherous. 25 News reporter Christina Davis has been tracking that all day long, and she's here with a full report. All right, Christina, some good advice tonight from Bell County. As we mentioned, this is not just an event here in Central Texas. It's impacting West Texas, certainly North Texas, and also the Brazos Valley. From our sister station tonight, Brittany DeFran is live there. She's with KRHD. Brittany, what are you seeing down there near College Station and the Bryan area? Brittany DeFran live tonight from our sister station, KRHD, in the Brazos Valley. Brittany, thank you.
I can tell you for an absolute fact God was with me.
Getting shot in the line of duty and surviving changes any law enforcement officer. A Milam County Chief Deputy is choosing to look for the good in what was one very bad situation.
He almost lost his life. His recovery will take months. But Sam Ferguson is pushing ahead and for the first time speaking out about the day he nearly died. Outside the Milam County Sheriff's Office these days, you might notice an empty spot. 7 weeks in, there's good reason for that.
This jaw, so there's a big gaping hole over here. Most of that's gone.
Chief Deputy Sam Ferguson IV has a lot to say, even if his jaw remains partially wired shut after being shot twice in the line of duty.
Bullet hit right up here near this one, and it's actually still in my face. So they said they'll either take it out when they put the jaw in, or they'll just leave it.
Ferguson is one of the state's most experienced mental health officers. He was serving in that role on that Wednesday in October when outside of Rockdale, he was helping a local mobile crisis outreach team do a checkup. Deputy Ferguson knew the man, knew the house, but he did not know what would happen during that visit.
He was in a mental health crisis. We went out there to help him, to get him treatment.
He can't discuss specifics, but we know something went wrong, and Ferguson was eventually shot twice, once in the stomach area, which was blocked by a vest, but also once through the head.
I knew immediately my jaw was gone. I mean, it was like getting hit with a baseball bat.
He was able to return fire, killing the man. First responders and fellow deputies rushed to the scene, including this one, Sam Ferguson V, his own son.
Just sticking his hands in my mouth and pulling chunks out. I mean, there was a lot of stuff in there. And he when there was a chunk, he'd pull it out, and when there was a lot of blood, he'd suck it out.
The chief deputy was life-flighted to Baylor Scott & White in Temple, somehow staying alert the entire time until doctors knew to save his life, he needed to go under.
Trying to talk to him a little bit, and then trying to get the blood cleared out, and then they said we need to put him under, and then I woke up 4 days later.
Woke up alive. Weeks of rehab and recovery are now underway, and the community response toward the veteran lawman is giving him strength.
The kindness and gratitude of the people in Milam County and even beyond Milam County has been absolutely heartwarming.
Sam knows there's a risk every time you put on the uniform, and he wants to make one thing clear about the seconds and the person that nearly cost him his life.
I hold absolutely no animosity in my heart towards him, towards his family, towards his mother, to anyone. This was a sad, sad situation that's heartbreaking. It was a heartbreaking ending to somebody who was ill.
A pretty remarkable outlook there. As we mentioned, Ferguson is passionate about mental health,